Hello class, my name is Kishan Pala. In this lecture, we will discuss about the manufacture of cement and types of concrete. Let us start with manufacture of cement. There are three types of the process you can apply anyone for the manufacturing of the cement mass. First one is a wet process, second one is a dry process, and third one is a semi-dry process. In wet process, the raw material are mixed wet and slurry is formed. In the dry process, the raw material are mixed dry in the correct proportion and the raw mix is formed. And in the semi-dry process, the raw material are crushed and fine powder are formed. So these are the three methods you can apply anyone for the manufacturing of cement. Let us start with the wet process of the cement manufacturing. First of all, you have to collect limestone and then you have to crush into the crusher and store into the storage basin. Similarly, you have to collect the clay particles and mixed with the water in the wash mill and then store into the silo. So now you have a crushed stone and the wet clay particles, and these both materials are allowed to fall in the ball mill for the wet grinding mill to make a slurry. Then allowed to correct proportion with the chemical adjustment of these particles, and then storage of the corrected slurry is done, and this corrected slurry is allowed to fall into the rotary kiln. Rotary kiln is an important part of the manufacturing of the cement process. You can see in the photo the rotary kiln has a different types of the zone. You can see here the dry zone, burning zone and cooler zone. If we talk about the rotary kiln, the diameter of the rotary kiln is 3 to 8 meter and the length is 30 to 200 meter, and rotate it once in a minute. And you can see here in the photo, corrected slurry is fed into the upper end of the rotary kiln and passing through the dry zone, and then the carbon dioxide is removed and the nodules are formed. These nodules are passing from this burning zone with 1500 ounce Celsius to the 1700 ounce Celsius, and then clinkers are formed. These clinkers are passing from the cooler zone. Now we have a clinkers, and these clinkers are allowed to fall in the ball mills, and then we have to add the 2 to 3% of the gypsum for preventing the flash set of the cement mass. Then we have a final product of cement is stored into the silo and allowed to the packing plant. Generally, cement is packing in each bag of 50 kg or 0.035 meter cube. Let us discuss about the dry process of cement manufacturing. In this process, the raw material are mixed dry in the correct proportion and dry raw mix are formed. In this process, the limestone is collected and crushed into the ball mills and tube mills. Similarly, The clay particles also crushed in the ball mills and tube mills, and the both materials are allowed to mix in the correct proportion in the dry and then allowed to heat at 800 ounce Celsius by the exhaust gas, and then raw mix are stored. Then these raw mix are allowed to fall in the rotary kiln, and we can get the clinkers, and after the clinkers getting, you have to allow to fall these clinkers in the ball mill, and you have to add the 2 to 3 percentage of the gypsum, preventing the flash set of the cement mass. Now we have a final product of the cement and store into the silos and allowed to packing. For the cement, generally we are packing the each bag of 50 kg or 0.035 meter cube of volume. Third one is semi-dry process for the manufacturing of cement. In this process, the raw material are crushed and fed into the grinding mill to the convert into the fine powder. The dry powder called raw mix is pumped into the blending silo where the correct proportion are adjusted and mixed by the compressed air. This blended milk is now sieved and fed into the rotary dish called the granular, and about 10 to 14% water is added to the same time. You can see in the chart. In this way, the mill is converted into the hard pellets of about 15 mm diameter, and the pellets are baked by the mint of hot gases available from the kiln, and these pellets are fed into the kiln, and the remaining operation are same in the wet process. Let us discuss about types of concrete. We will start from the ready mix concrete. It's also known as a RMC. This type of the concrete is specially based or the manufactured for the customer's construction projects and the supply to the customer on the site as a single product. It is the mixture of cement, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate, water mass, and admixtures for increasing the setting time of the concrete, because the production of concrete is far away from our existing site. So there will be required the transportation of the concrete mass. These techniques is very useful in the congested site or at diverse workplace. Usually the price of the ready mix concrete is somewhat higher than the site mixed concrete, but this product offers saving in the cement content, site organization and supervisory staff. Next type is a self-compacting concrete. The self-compacting concrete, which is able to flow each and every part of the formwork without compaction, means there is a no requirement of the compaction like normal compacted concrete. The self-compacting concrete can be defined as a fresh concrete that flows under its own weight and does not require any external vibration. You can see in this video, which is able to flow each and every part of the formwork without any compaction. So you can see in the video, the self-compacting concrete is a flowable concrete. There is a no requirement of the compaction. If we talk about the properties of the self-compacting concrete, there are three types of the properties. First one is the flowability, second one is the passing ability, and third one is the segregation resistance. What is the flowability? Flowability means which is able to flow each and every part without compaction. Second one is the passing ability. Passing ability means which is able to pass the concrete in the congested reinforcement. And third one is a segregation resistance, means resistance against the chemical or any plasticizer or super plasticizer. So these are the main three properties of the self-compacting concrete. By the year 1990, Japan has developed the self-compacting concrete. By the year 2000, the self-compacting concrete has become popular in Japan. By the year 1990, Japan has developed the self-compacting concrete, and the self-compacting concrete has become popular in 2000 in the Japan prefabricated product and the ready-mix concrete with using of the self-compacting concrete. The reduced manpower the required for the casting and the finishing leads to increase the speed of the construction because there is no requirement of the compaction, and FNERC has drawn up the specification and the guidelines to provide the framework and designed to use the high quality of the self-compacting concrete during 2001. So you can refer the FNERC guideline for the self-compacting concrete. Next type is a high performance concrete. High performance concrete is engineered concrete obtained a carefully section and the proportion of the constitutes of the concrete mass. High performance concrete is a design as a having a specified concrete strength of 55 Newton per mm square or more. High performance concrete is produced by the careful selection and the proportion of its constituents, namely the cement, sand, gravel, cementitious materials such as the fly ash, silica fume, and the slag, and chemical admixtures, for instance, high range water reducing admixtures. Nowadays, the usage of this special type of the concrete is increasing day by day in our country. Thank you.